What's up guys, Nashti here and welcome back to my channel. So this is basically the fourth installment of my vlog series on the top smartphones per price bracket here in the Philippines. So we're now on the 15,001 pesos to 20,000 peso range. On this price bracket, basically you'll see features like Super AMOLED display, in-display fingerprint scanner, 4K video recording, NFC, super fast charging, and many more. I'm sure sobrang excited na din kayo malaman ko aling mga smartphones ito. Huwag na nating patagalin pa. Let's get down to business because it's about to get nasty.
Isang paalala, ang video na ito ay hindi katang-isip lamang. Ito ay pinag-isipan na talagang pinaghirapan. Kaya huwag kalimutang i-like at mag-subscribe sa aking YouTube channel. I-follow mo na rin ako sa Facebook, Twitter at Instagram. Let's start off with the Huawei Nova 5T, which comes with a 6.26-inch IPS LCD of 1080p Full HD resolution. It runs Android 9 Pie with EMUI 9.1 on top. It's powered by an octa-core Kirin 980 chipset. It has a 128GB non-expandable storage and 8GB of RAM. It has a quad camera setup with a 48MP primary camera, a 16MP ultra-wide-angle camera, a 2MP macro sensor, and a 2MP depth sensor. The Nova 5T captures 4K videos as well. In front, a 32MP punch hole camera could be found. Its notable features include NFC, a USB-C port, its 22.5 watts fast charge support, and an LED notification light. The Huawei Nova 5T retails for 18,990 pesos. What I like about the Huawei Nova 5T is its premium build, flagship chipset, quad camera setup, NFC, fast charge support, and an LED notification light. However, it doesn't have a micro SD card slot, no FM radio, and no 3.5mm audio jack. Up next, we have the Oppo A9 2020 edition, which comes with a 6.5-inch IPS LCD of 720p HD resolution. It runs Android 9 Pie with ColorOS 6.1 on top and is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 665 chipset. It has 128GB of expandable storage and 8GB of RAM. The Oppo A9 also has a quad camera setup with a 48MP primary camera with an 8MP ultra-wide-angle camera, a 2MP macro sensor, and a 2MP depth sensor. It also captures 4K videos. In front, it has a 16MP selfie camera. Its notable features include a USB Type-C port, a 5000 mAh battery capacity, reverse charging, FM radio, stereo speakers, and Dolby Atmos sound. It retails for 15,990 pesos. What I like about the Oppo A9 is its dedicated micro SD card slot, quad camera setup, stereo speakers, Dolby Atmos sound, large battery capacity, and reverse charging. However, it has a low-resolution display and it has no LED notification light. Another Oppo smartphone to consider is the Oppo F11 Pro, which retails for 16,990 pesos. What I like about it is its dual camera setup, its pop-up selfie camera, and very fast charge support. However, it doesn't have an LED notification light, no 4K video recording, it only has a hybrid micro SD card slot, and it has a dated micro USB 2.0 port. We move on to the recently released Realme XT, which comes with a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display of 1080p Full HD resolution protected by Gorilla Glass 5. It runs Android 9 Pie with Color OS 6 on top and is powered by an octa-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 712 chipset. It has 128 gigs of expandable storage with 8 gigs of RAM. It has a quad camera setup with a 64-megapixel primary camera with an 8-megapixel ultra-wide-angle camera plus a 2-megapixel macro sensor and a 2-megapixel depth sensor. It's also capable of capturing 4K videos. In front, it has a 16-megapixel selfie camera. Its notable features include a USB Type-C port, 20 watts fast charging, 3.5mm jack, an FM radio, Dolby Atmos sound, and an in-display fingerprint scanner. It retails for 16,990 pesos. What I like about the Realme XT is its Super AMOLED display, Gorilla Glass 5 protection, dedicated micro SD card slot, its quad camera setup with 4K video recording, its in-display fingerprint scanner, and very fast charge support. However, it doesn't have an LED notification light. Another contender is the Samsung Galaxy A50s, which comes with a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display of 1080p Full HD resolution. It runs Android 9 Pie with One UI on top and is powered by an octa-core Exynos 9611 processor. It has 128 gigs of expandable storage and 6 gigs of RAM. The Samsung Galaxy A50s boasts a triple camera setup with a 48-megapixel primary camera, an 8-megapixel ultra-wide-angle sensor, and a 5-megapixel depth sensor. It can also capture 4K videos. In front, it has a 32-megapixel selfie camera. Among its notable features are NFC, USB Type-C port, 3.5mm audio jack, FM radio, and an in-display fingerprint scanner. It retails for 18,990 pesos. What I like about the Samsung Galaxy A50s is its Super AMOLED display, its dedicated micro SD card slot, its triple camera setup with 4K video recording, its in-display fingerprint scanner, and fast charge support. However, it doesn't have an LED notification light. For 15,990 pesos, another option from Samsung is the Galaxy A50, which has a Super AMOLED display, a dedicated micro SD card slot, a triple camera setup, 4K video recording, and fast charge support. However, it doesn't have an LED notification light. From Xiaomi, we have the Mi 90 Pro, which comes with a 6.39-inch Super AMOLED display of 1080p Full HD resolution protected by Gorilla Glass 5. It runs Android 9 Pie with MIUI 10 on top and is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 chipset. It has 64 gigs of non-expandable storage and 6 gigs of RAM. It has a triple camera setup with a 48-megapixel primary camera with an 8-megapixel telephoto lens and a 13-megapixel ultra-wide-angle camera. It's also capable of shooting 4K videos. It has a 20-megapixel pop-up camera in front. Its notable features include NFC, USB Type-C port, 27 watts fast charging support, a 3.5mm jack, an FM radio, an in-display fingerprint scanner, and an LED notification light. It retails for 18,990 pesos. What I like about the Xiaomi Mi 90 Pro is its premium build, its Super AMOLED display with HDR and Gorilla Glass 5 protection, its flagship chipset, its triple camera setup with 4K video recording, the LED notification light, its in-display fingerprint scanner, NFC, and very fast charge support. What I don't like is the lack of micro SD card. If you find the Mi 90 Pro expensive, you can get the Mi 90 for 3,000 peso less. It comes with almost the same specifications and limitations. The only difference is that the Mi 90 comes with a less powerful chipset and a relatively slower fast charge support. Another Xiaomi smartphone to consider is the Xiaomi Mi 9 Lite, which retails for 15,990 pesos. It comes with a Super AMOLED display with HDR and Gorilla Glass 5 protection. It has a triple camera setup with 4K video recording, an in-display fingerprint scanner, fast charge support, NFC, infrared, and LED notification light. However, it comes with a hybrid micro SD card slot. Last but not the least, we have the Vivo V15 Pro, which comes with a 6.39-inch Super AMOLED display of 1080p Full HD resolution. It runs Android 9 Pie with FunTouch OS 9 on top and is powered by a Snapdragon 675 chipset. It has 128 gigs of expandable storage and 8 gigs of RAM. It has a triple camera setup with a 48 megapixel primary camera, an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, and a 5 megapixel depth sensor. It can capture 4K videos as well. In front, it has a 32 megapixel pop-up selfie camera. Among its notable features are NFC, a 3.5mm audio jack, FM radio, and an in-display fingerprint scanner. It retails for 18,999 pesos. What I like about the Vivo V15 Pro is its Super AMOLED display, its triple camera setup with 4K video recording, its pop-up selfie camera, the dedicated micro SD card slot, its in-display fingerprint scanner, NFC, and fast charge support. However, I don't like the lack of LED notification light and its dated micro USB 2.0 port. If you can live without the micro SD card slot, the Xiaomi Mi 90 Pro is the way to go. While it doesn't have a flagship chipset, the Realme XT ticks all your boxes and happens to be one of the cheapest. While the Huawei Nova 5T has almost flagship specs, it also has some compromises.
So I hope I was able to help you decide on which smartphone to buy on this price bracket. And sana naging very informative itong vlog episode na ito. So thank you so much guys for tuning in. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Only here on the channel where Nashty is nice. I'm Nashty.